Hello. I hope you can hear me. I hope everything's fine, which is great. So sorry I'm 5 minutes late. It's just the way it is. It's a beautiful day outside, and I stayed outside a little bit longer than I should. But I'm here now, and I'm all set up. I've got everything around me. Hopefully, of course, there'll always be the mad dash for something because there'll always be something that I've forgotten. But it is lovely to have your company. Now I'm using a different camera, and I've left the remote upstairs for it, but that's okay. I don't think we're going to need to zoom in on it. It should be okay. And we're going to be taking a look at lots of festive things. I'm going to get my glasses on because we've got some people coming in already. Lovely to see you. We've got people watching on YouTube and on Facebook, so all's good there. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you can do, that would be absolutely marvellous. Let me just go here. Do I have the QR code for my YouTube? Let's have a look. QR code. No, not at the moment. However, you can subscribe. It's free to do so. And don't worry, I won't bother you with a lot of things. Now, I've got the camera set up here in my kitchen still, but that's okay because you know how disorganised or organised chaos my life is at the moment. I was down in Somerset with Janie's Originals taking a class there, and that was Friday or Thursday? Friday. I drove down Thursday, did the class on the Friday, and then drove back Friday night, and that was lovely. I had a really nice time. So I do believe they probably would have finished that whole retreat. That's Janie's retreats. If you go onto her website, you can have a look at all the different ones coming up that are available. So hopefully I'll get down and do another one because we did some really cool books when we were there. So that's what I was doing over the weekend. But now I'm here, which is great. So hello to everyone who is joining. I'll just go head back to the chat. Hello Sophie. Hello Lucy. How you doing? Good to see you all. Do leave your comments. And we can, if you've got any questions to ask, you can ask them, and then we can, you know, swap ideas and things like that. Okay, so if I tell you what we'll do, we're going to be using the Quirky Quickies, which are on the website, to do the first sort of like Christmas scene, first very easy Christmas scene. We're going to be taking a look at how we can make Christmas cards, for example. Maybe pop those onto a tree like I've done here, or use them as tags. So there's lots of easy ways of making timestamp creations into festive. So we are going to start with those Quirky Quickies. And I did say that I would always put something down and then not know where it is. I've done exactly that. So what I'll do is I shall just bring in this camera. Just swap over. Let's go. There you go. And we're going to be taking a look at this one just there. Okay. Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to go full screen with this, and I'm hoping you can still hear me. If I turn that camera off, you should still be able to hear me because you don't want to see my face in the corner. This is Into the Night, and I really like this particular stamp. If I grab it here, if I popped it on so you can go straight to it. By the way, there is free P&P on everything. As long as you spend £22 or more, there is free P&P on everything, So let's just go to there. Yes, free P&P. If you use the code FREE, you will get free postage and packaging. So we're going to use this one first. I'm going to do this on the getting things out and then putting them somewhere. Here we go. Let's start. Small card like that. And this means we can mount this on any background. So this is from a painting, and I changed it a little bit so that we could start with. And I've just come to my while I'm chatting, just grab. So the idea of these quirky quickies, you can make some really cool, quick cards with it. They are back. You can do some really cool, quick cards. So if you use the code FREE at checkout, that's going to give you free postage and packaging. Okay, right. So what we're going to do, first of all, as always, we're going to tape off the surrounding area. And I always do this because I'm a huge fan of that reveal and also a huge fan of the white border. So let me do this. Now, there you go. I will say I don't have many of these in stock. I am thinking of doing a rerun and taking it to Hobby Maker. So we will see. But if you want to get these now, you can use them for Christmas. You can use them for anything really. You can use it for Halloween. Okay, so we've got that, which is lovely. And then we've got the stamp itself. Now on here, the image of this is, I don't know if you can see that, is like holding a lantern. So we'll deal with that in a moment's time. And there's a positive and a negative with this. So you can stamp this and you can have all the nighttime showing, which we will do first on one side and then we'll flip it over. Because it's good to show you how this works with the positive and the negative. To do these in black, by the way. You could do these in any color, but I'm going to do this in black because it's going to emulate like nighttime. Okay, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's stamp it on a bit of copy paper to show you how this positive and negative works, in which case, forever changing my mind, let's just take this off, pop this over here, pop this over here, pop this over here, pop this over here. Okay, right. Boost your signal, Janice. You're breaking up. That's because I probably went away from my computer. Hopefully, I'm back and you can hear me and everything is okay. The trials and tribulations with going live, especially at 5 o'clock when everyone is sort of like on the internet and doing stuff around here. Just the way it is. Not that we share the internet with anyone. Okay. Okay. Hello, Sandra. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Right, so we'll pop this down here. There you go, so you'll be able to see this. So I believe the sound is back and all working fantastically. All right, okay. Let's just press this down. Now, when you first get these home, just make sure that you season the stamp. First of all, I'm using this acrylic plate. You can use stamp platforms. It's absolutely fine. So we'll lift that up. You see, you've got that lovely crisp image. You can draw into that and make the trees into like, not ash trees, what do you call them? There you go. You could add detail just on the side there, bringing that in. Again, just a little bit on the side there. You could also use a card just to swipe over, but because these lines aren't straight, I'll just put little lines on them like that, and you can turn them into those wonderful birch trees if you wanted to. So you could do that if you wanted to, just bring that in. And even with this, we could bring in a little light. Let's just put that on there with the lanterns. You could just sort of like put the glow around there if you wanted to. And if I bring this up to the camera, you can see there you've got that little glow. So that's kind of in this black and white element. Okay, let's try something a bit different. Okay, let's go for the blue VersaFine. Okay, let's go over this again. I do love this stamp. It's very ethereal. Let's pop that down on there. Okay, so we'll put this next to the black so you can see it. Okay, there you There you go. So we've got more of a blue. We could do this green and do this blue if we want to. So let's try that. Could be daytime. So let's just add the blue. And let's add the green. There you go. I think I need to add a little bit more blue over there. There you go. Let's pop this on the paper, see how this turns out. Quite easily do that. Okay. So whatever colour your paper is, these trees will appear. There you go. See, that's nice. Got a little bit of white there, but that's okay. Could be snow, could be the reflection of the moon. If we want to add a moon, we can do. We've got the opportunity to do the map. I do have one actually on my ink box somewhere. Tiny one on my ink box. This is tiny, 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 tiny. So you could put like a little mask on there, and you could have the moon showing if you want to as well. So if you want to go for your mountains and moons available, here they are available on the website. You've got mountains and hills, that could be water, and you've also got the moons. That's all in one. That's all in one piece. I don't know whether I've got the QR code for this, but it is available. And again, if you're spending over £22, you can get free P and P. So that's how it looks when we're using it like so. Then we've got the other stamp. Don't forget, you've got 2 stamps here. So we'll go for the other one. We'll bring this in here. Now you can overlay that. So for example, let's pop this on here, and then we'll do that little festive card, and then we can move on to another stamp. See how many we can look for. I'm going to go for black. You don't have to. You go for any colour. You can make it bright, more ethereal. It's entirely up to you. Now, usually with a stamping platform, this is going to work. Don't worry, the window's open, everyone. So you just got to line that up. Let's see if we've done that. If you've got a stamping platform, we'll line that up. Lean over everything, don't you? That, and lift this and see what that looks like. There you go. So by just pushing it over to the side, you've got that lovely glow coming in. So you've got different ways of using that, and that's why I absolutely love this particular stamp. So let's go back to making a little festive card. Let's pop that there. Wind's picking up a little bit. I think we've got some rain on the way next week. Do you know what? Let's give it a bit more of a white line. We don't need to have it so so thin. Can have it a little bit thicker if we want. Always best, of course, to judge the size of that. I think that's all right. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna. You could, like, again, you could just use the stamp and put a festive greeting on here. You know, they could be like a topper, or you could do like a triptych thingy card or whatever, which is good. So we could bring that down there. Okay, which is good. Now I'm going to go for let's pop that there. Okay, and let's go and get some ink. Let me get a blending brush. Now these are straight hot off the press from the workshop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some dark blue, I think, blue. So we'll go for maybe Uncharted Mariner. No, yes, yeah. Let's just go for this, just to put some in the background. just bring this on here. Again, just go around there. Just to show you how this will look when we're doing a blue. I'm just blobbing this on because I want it to look a bit misty and cloudy as well. You know, like there's been a bit of snow. And again, when you're blending, the more the brush goes around on the page, the more ink goes on the paper. I'll just do a bit more down here. If we come here, I want to kind of give the feeling of snow. So I'm not going to go any further down there. All right, I've probably gone a little bit too far as is, but it doesn't matter. And we'll grab this and we'll put some black ink on there. Okay. Pop this probably about there. Okay. And again, make sure you season your stamp. Go down there. Okay. Give that a good press. There's that lovely crisp image. I left my pokey tool in the other room because I was fixing. You will notice that we don't want the moon going over the tree. So we could just bring a little bit of black in there. Just take it just a little higher like that, okay? And then just bring that down there so the moon disappears behind the actual placement. So that's good. Then I've probably got one of these online available, and this is lovely. You can turn this into a robin, but you could use festive greetings to stamp on there. Style seasonal greeting. So let's just take this off. Let's just take this off. Okay, so we've got that crisp white that matches the white with the moon. Take that off and we'll take that off. With your festive greeting sentiment on there, I think that would look super cool. And then you could just choose like a festive style colour. Let's see what it would look like if it went on green. I know it's blue, but you could add like a green card to that. Add festive greetings down there. Have found it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Okay, let's go there. Let's get some. Now you could stamp this on white paper, or just for something a bit different, we'll stamp it on the side there. Festive greetings. There you go. So you've got yourself a little card. You can batch make these as well. You can batch make them as well. So that's one card that you can make with that lovely Into the Woods. This is called Into the Woods. And it is available now online. And you can grab hold of that. And if you add something else to it, you will get free postage, anything over £22. But if you're going for this singularly, use the code TSC10 and that will get you 10% off, but it won't get you free P&P. You've got a choice, you see. Free P&P, or you can get that discount code off. So there you go. So that's using that particular one. So again, so a little bit Okay. This is Quirky Houses. Again, this is going to make a really cool Christmas card. Pop this out the way. See if well, this is it here. Kind of showing you here, aren't we? So again, this is another one that you can do something very, very quick and very, very easy. And it also has a positive and a negative as well. So like before, you could do the dark or you could do the outline. So let's choose the outline. In the middle there. Let's do something a little different. Let's do something a little different. We won't do any blending ink or anything like that. We will put around, we'll have an edge again. Let's bring that edge in there. We'll reuse that piece. I've just screwed the rest up. Don't worry about it. Let's just do that in there. I think we've got a band playing at the pub down the road. You might be able to hear it. I hope you don't. It's okay. It's okay. Right, so that's TSC 10. You can get 10% off your purchases or use the code FREEPMP. Purchases must be over £22 and you will get free postage and packaging. Right, there it is. I'm going to remove this white piece of paper because it makes it easier to see. There you go. Right. So I'm going to where the composition is going to be. Let's get it on its acrylic plate and then we can, good job I've got 3 of these because I keep putting it down and losing it. There you go. So there's the acrylic paint. Let's make quite a colourful one for Christmas. I don't know why I clapped then. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. Okay, let's just go back here. Okay. And let's go here. Okay. Right, so let's pick this up, put that there. I'm just going to do something a bit different. We need to get the festive greetings. So what I might do is do it all at the same time to balance it out. Let's see what it looks like with the festive greetings on the side. And I think I want that turning around that way. Oh dear, they are getting loud. Let's pop that there. Let's do that. Something easy, something quick. You've forgotten to make a card for the neighbour. The postman's knocking on the door. You need to give him his little thank you for banging on the door loudly all year. No ours does. Right, let's pop that about in the middle there. Okay, and we'll press that down. This is from my drawing as well. I did some doodles about a couple of years ago. And then I found them in a book and I thought, oh, they'll make nice stamps. So I got them out. And this, again, is available online. I do have these in stock. Let's bring it up. There it is, Quirky Houses. You'll get 10% off that if you use TSC 10 or free P&P if you add it to your basket and buy something else. Back down there, we want it connects with the water, with the paper. Let's lift that up. There you go. That's nice. So let's take away that. Okay. And now we need to add some colour to this. So I'm just going to do something different. And just go with it. Just go with it. Let's get my equal brushes. I love these. Let's get some festive colours or something bright anyway. Let's get green. Let's get red. Let's get yellow or orange, both. Let's do both. Okay. And all I'm going to do is take this pen and just take it all over, just like that. Get the next pen. I'll go yellow to orange. Doesn't matter if they bleed into each other. And then I'll go with green, just because I can. And it's a little bit different. I'll go over green. Then I'll get the red. I might just go over that green. There's the red. I could have masked that off where it says festive greetings. I think that's what I probably would have done. But hey ho. Just something a bit different. Not all Christmases have to be the same colour. What did I do next? I did this colour, didn't I? Kind of like the way they bleed into each other. Okay, so that's that. Now, I do have that little... I don't know what I've done with it. That I've got online. Now, I don't know whether this is going to work, so I'm going to just audition it first. I was thinking of putting like almost like Christmas baubles. Would that be too much, do you think? Let's just go back to the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. Can give us some advice. Right. See, I could take that over there and we can make them into little Christmas baubles. Should we do it? Because it's just a piece of paper, right? Let's pop that back there. Let's pop the quirky houses there. You could add some white snow as well. Let's go for, where's this white pen? I wonder if this would work. You could add some like white there. That might work, it might not. I don't know, that could be up to you. Let's just put some ink on here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Almost like I don't think this is going to work. Oh no, I like it. We can make them into Christmas lights. We can make them into bubbles. There you go, they've joined up. So this is from Little Bits and Bobs, which again is available online. It's a really cool little stamp set to have actually, because there's lots of little things on there that you can use in various different makes. Just a nice little quirky one. So you've got your frames in there, your paw prints, you've got your little like woohoo wispy wisp, which is pretty cool. Let me just take that away. I think I put that in, but maybe not. Maybe not. Let's just go down the page. No, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go back to the chat. Right, so we could turn these like into little light bulbs, or we could turn them into, we could put like a little thing on the top, or we could have things dangling down, but I'm just going to leave it as it is because I'm going to take off. It's always better when you get that frame and take that off. So again, something a little bit different. Green piece of paper like that, a green card, just something different, but you can do it in your own way. You could also do this in black, and you could add like snow on the top. If you've got any like embossing powder, that would also look pretty cool as well. So that's that one, and that is the quirky houses. So let's pop that to one side, and let's keep that festive stamp because I want to use that again. And let's move on to another I tell you what, let's go on to the tiles collection. Do I have this in its entirety in a nice set? Tile collection. Okay. I just want to ta-da! And just take that to one side. So look, we've made two so far. Something a little bit different at Christmas time. So I don't like to be over festive, you see, with my mates. Okay. I'm going to fold this in half. And I do have my scorer here. So let's do it properly. If you're going to do a job, do it properly. Let's pop those in there. That's my frillet plate. Let's pop that back on there. And let's pop that in there. Now, can you hear the church bells? Yeah, you could definitely turn them into Christmas lights. Absolutely. It's, like I say, it's a good little stamp set to have. Right, 15. Let's do this in inches. I'm much better than inches. 6 inches. So we go over 3. Is that right? If we want it in half, don't cut it. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice little card. These would be good for like nameplates as well. You know, when people come round for your Christmas dinner, you could do these like into little nameplates. Right, I'm just going to wipe this. Tomatoes. Green peas from them, they're lovely. Hi, Minnie. I'm just doing a live, Minnie. Where's your mummy? Where's Jane? You being a baby? It's little Minnie. Right, let's again, let's put a lot. Obsessed with this. I just love having those white lines around the edge. Yeah, out there. Again, something simple, something easy. You can make these as detailed as you like. But I'm just doing something really nice. So I'm going to open I'm going to gift to myself a brand new set. How about that? So when you take these out, these are made by Clarity, and they've included some instructions on how to look after them, which is great. Oh, I'm so excited. I've gifted myself these. Ooh, take that away. Take that away. Pop this back under there. Start again. I think the church bells are in competition with the pub singers, and but we've got a club here as well in Groovy, and I think they've got some singers on, so it's all go outside. It's like a disco. Right, I'm going to choose the hills. Right, so I'm going to take these off. When you first use these, they're a little bit tacky, so I'll always like just place them on my skin like that, just to take a little bit of the tack off. Okay, these are reusable. So let's do that, which is nice. And then we'll take this round sun and we'll pop that. Oh, it's so nice having new ones. Pop that there, okay? And I'm for a nice dusky sort of like pink colour. So I'm going to choose, it replicates like a purpley. So I'll choose, I'm going to go for weathered wood, but I'm going to bring out milled lavender. Right, let's just pick some brushes, hopefully of the right colour family that I need. Okay, let's bring down this piece of paper here. That'll do. That's got blue on it. That might do for milled lavender. Okay, let's start milled lavender. Let's start with some nice pink. Okay, so just do it there. Just go on there lightly and just bring that colour on. Again, going on there lightly. If you have just joined us, let's see where you're watching us from. We've got some people on YouTube. Hello to you. We've got Facebook Live. Good to have your company. It's free postage until midnight tonight. Just use the code free P&P and you will get free P&P. Now, again, I don't want to do that. I want to give it sort of like a little blotchy effect, because if it is a bit of a snowy sky, I want them to be like little white marks in there. So that's with the picked raspberry. Let's just go for a little bit of darker purple as well. And let's just put that down the bottom here. Okay, just dab that on there. Again, just working up onto, there you go, just at the bottom there, I might just go around there as well, because I want these lines to be defined. Okay, beautiful. So we're not using blue, we're just using the pink, which I think is nice. Then what we need to do is take our mask off. So we're just low and slow. Can you see that? Look how crisp and beautiful that is. So that's your nice snowy scene, which is beautiful. You take this back and you put this on here. I'm so chuffed I've given myself one of these. They are available, they are reusable, and then just wipe that ink off. Just a soft damp cloth, and you can wipe that ink off that you've just used, okay? Then we want to take the moon off. So again, I'd normally use my pokey tool, but it's in the other room. We had a blind function went wrong. Can't think of my words. Right, that's them. Okay, so they're mine. I'm going to put them to one side. So we've got that lovely sun, and we've got the area there. What I do need to do is, let me just go here. Oh, hello, Katie. How are you? I didn't see you there. I've not refreshed my chat. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Arwin. Hello, Maggie. Good to see you here. Is it even a Janice Live without tech issues? No, because if I don't have tech issues, I can't run around fixing them. And you know how I love my tech. So I have to have them so I can go around fixing them. Just the way it is. Right, let's go back to our dandelion tiles. Now these again are a great little stamp set to use. You can build up patterns with these, but you can also use them for many other things. These come from the tiles collection, but I love this one because I noticed that once I put this together, and these came from a photograph, that you could also use this little tile one for something else. So let's pop that down there. Let's take this off. Remember, 10% off if you use the code TSC10. There you go. But if your purchase comes to over £22, use the code FREEPNP, and then that will mean that you're not paying any postage, and that's until midnight tonight. Right, let's go for, tell you what, I'm going to do something else. Let's go back to the mountains, and I'm going to take the opposite one, okay? And take the opposite one. Just going to put it on my hand because this is brand new. Lovely brand new. Let's bring that down here. Should fit. Should fit there. Or have I picked up the wrong one? I think I've picked up the wrong one. No, I want the other one. I want the other one. That's it. I want the one in the middle. Because that's going to go on there. That's it. Go back to the middle one. That's it. That's it. Just cover that one up. Carefully place that one back. Then I'm going to go. Remember I said I've got that other colour. Milled lavender. I think I can use this brush for that. Milled lavender. Okay. It's light. But I have to have, there's no definition at the minute down there, even though I've just brought some blue on. But I want to go for some definition around the edge so we can have that white line. Okay, there's a bit of blue coming on there from the side, but that actually works. It's more down to the sides that we want this. Again, let's lift that off. So you can see that's starting to give that nice outline, and I'll bring this close to the camera so you can see. Snow is not always white. It can be have a hue of pink to it, a hue of blue as well. Blue has been used, but I'm just going to go over there. Because I've used purple in the sky, I'm just going to use purple over here. Let's just go along there. I think that'll do. If I wanted to, I could bring some blue in, light blue, like weathered wood, but I think that would be a bit too grey. But we can bring it in. just to give some definition to that hill. There you go. Just on that side there. Okay, that's that done. So that's all the background sorted. Now let's go back to a little stamp here. Let's just take this. Oh, it's dropped. Don't worry. You always have to make sure that your stamps aren't going to do that. I've got some smaller. I'll just use this for now. Let's put one there. Nice. Could use these the other way, and they're like Christmas pom-poms. Let's put another one there. Okay. It's just something a little bit different, maybe something you wouldn't think about, like little Christmas trees. Put one there. Okay. Let's go for festive greetings. You can use whichever one you like. Pop that on there. Did I put enough on? Yeah, I did. Let's just put that down the bottom. Okay. Now, let's take this off. Oh. Now, anyone watching on YouTube, Lou Sims is on at 7 o'clock tonight. Yeah. We'll be finished by then. You'll be able to go and watch Lou Sims. I think she's doing something with a graphic 45 paper. So that'll be good. Right, let's see how now we've got a line going down the side just because we used a little tiny bit of pink. Let's just fold that over. So again, another little card using the tiles, something that perhaps you wouldn't have thought about using as a Christmas card. There you go, it's in focus. So you can use that in such a way, and there's lots of different tiles to use. Okay, let's do another couple of demos for you. I'm not going to keep you too long. Stairs. I've left it upstairs. That's to watch something whilst I run upstairs and grab what I need. Remember I mentioned Lou Sims? Take a look at this.
The Creative Colour Workshop is back. Join Julia McNeil, Lou Sims and Janice Phillips for a full day of creativity, this time in Royston, Cambridgeshire, on Saturday the 19th of September. Enjoy 3 fully tutored projects, a goodie bag worth over £50, 25% off the pop-up shop, plus tea, coffee and cake throughout the day. Whether you're looking to learn new techniques or simply spend a day crafting with like-minded people, there's plenty of inspiration waiting just for you. Places are limited, so don't miss out. For more information and to book your place, visit jmcdesigns.co.uk. And we can't wait to see you there.
There you go. I did it. I'm back. I'm back. Hold the line. Another tech issue. Don't worry about it. Here we are. We're back. Thank you for that. Right, I've gone and got the cardstock now that I need, that I should have had it in the beginning. But all's okay. Right. I'm doing little cards because I just think they're cute. Right, here's another one that's really simple and easy. Okay, perhaps, I know it doesn't look much there. You can do. Do I have it here? Yes, there it is. Bird snapshots. Let me see if I can just go up here and turn it to the side. Yeah, there you go. Bird snapshots. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to do something really, really simple and easy. Okay, we're just going to use this stamp from there. This is actually a plant in my house. I took a picture of it one morning when I was having a coffee. And it just looked fabulous. So it turned into a stamp. So let's turn this into a Christmas card. So let me grab this.
piece of card. I'm going to do this. Oh, it's there. I'm going to do this very, very easily, quickly. Okay. Without a border, believe it or not, without a border. Okay, let's grab this. Turn that over. Festive greetings can go to one side. Now, what I found with this stamp, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, like that. But we can use this now. I'm going to do this in black first and then green. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay. Let's do it that side first. Okay. Do it again. To the side. So I've just twisted it round. It was like that. I've just gone like that. And I'm going to line this up as best I can. Okay, it doesn't matter if there's the gaps there, because I want to show you what you can do if you haven't got a stamping platform and you find there's a gap. So we can do that there. Okay, stamp it again. Okay, and do that there. Okay, so we've got that nice sort of like wreath going on, but we've also got a cross in the middle as well. So we can do a couple of things here. We can either take a pen and we can fill those in just by connecting, or we could take a red pen, which is, I have this font, and we can put sort of like round cherries on, or which I'd prefer to do is do it in green. Start with that one there, green. If you've got a platform, a stamping platform, it works better. Let's bring this down a little bit onto it. There you go. There you go. Now it's joined up. I contaminated, look, but it's okay. I'll just, there you go. Do it again. Bring that over a little bit. And then bring that up a little bit. There you go. And then we've got that nice wreath effect. Forget that because it started off in black. But then you've got that really nice wreath effect. And you could have your festive greetings. You could have the red just in various different places. So what is a palm plant is now like a Christmas fern. You could put them on the outside. Okay. And then you could get your festive greetings. You could put it on another piece of paper if you wanted to. And you could put that just down to the side. And then you've got yourself a quick card, which if you so there's another video. What we'll do is we'll finish off with the final one. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to the masks. Okay. And I'm going to go for, I've got one of these. Okay. Let's bring this here. Let's pop this round about the middle. No, tell you what, let's hold this down. Let me just go back to the chat in case you're asking any questions. It would make a beautiful winter solstice card, absolutely. And there's some other little samples as well I could put up later of using the little mushrooms and the other tiles to make a winter solstice card, which would be lovely. Right, I've just, there you go. Pop this back on here. Now I need to think about this. I need to just get my thinking head on, because purple, green, should never be seen, and Mermaid's Lagoon. I think it's these I need. Let me get some brushes again. Just need to test the colour with these. Where's that piece of paper gone? That'll do for the blue. No, I'll have that for the blue. That can be for the purple. That can be for the green. Okay. Let's try something here. Okay. Right. Let's take a bit of blue on the map. Let's just go around the edge. Okay. Do this and we'll go around the edge here with the blue. Just blending that in. Which is lovely. Then we'll get some green. And we'll come around here with the green. Okay. Just taking in circular movements. Okay. And then we'll take a bit of the purple. Do the same, just dab it down. And just go around the middle there. Just using those three colours, maybe just with that little white thing in the middle. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I'm doing this quickly, but of course, you always take your time. Now, let's use Jazz the Fox. Jazz the Fox from the Quirky Quickies. I think I've got a couple of these left in stock. I'm not sure, actually. I need to check. But you could use milk. But I'm going to use Millie. I'm going to use Millie because we have Millie in stock. I know we do. You get 10% off TSC10 or free P&P if your purchase is over £22. 22 because I started it yesterday. It's the 22nd of August. So let's just stamp Millie there. And let's put Millie in the middle. Okay. There she is. There she is. Then let's go back to this. Okay. Let's go back to the green, or shall we use black? Let's use green. It's a greeny black anyway. Let's just go around the edge. Okay. Let's do that there. Go around the edge again. See, now it's giving you the impression of fern. I'll take the stamp to the ink pad. Around there. Around there. So I'm using the mask for the moon in a different way. Around there. And around there. Okay. And I've left my decent red pen upstairs, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, let's go for this jelly roll pen in white. You can put some white in there, maybe some white there. Doesn't really make any difference that. Anyway, let's go for this red just for now. Okay. Put as much of this on as you want. You can do it in little
3s rather than 1s, depending on how big your pen is. I know it's not ivy, but it kind of looks like the spruce of a Norwegian spruce. So then you can pop that in there. Then we take this off. And you've got what looks, see anyway, like, let's wipe some of this green off here. This is clean my mask. I just get like this, just with a damp cloth, go around there and we take that ink off. So that now looks like a lovely little bubble, or just a round festive circle. Okay, we could add like the bauble style on the top. You could do the lines up like so. And then you could just define that a bit better, actually. You could colour that in with a pen or something. If I had my pencils down here, I probably would. But then you've got that lovely festive style card that you could put on green. And you could put festive greetings on there. Or you could cut these out and you could put them on a Christmas tree, just like that. You can see there I've used a little bit more blue, left a little bit of white space. You can see you've got Jazz the Fox in there. You've got Stargazer. You've even got Always Look Up. And Every Flight. I think it's that one. Yeah. And then you've got Millie. So you could decorate a tree just like that if you wanted to. And I think that works. I think that works. So lots of different ways that you can add. Let me pop it on there. Hello. So lots of different ways that you can actually create Christmas cards. I think anyway, using timestamp creations. It's just using your imagination and all the different things that you've got in your crafty stash, for example. So a couple of reminders, if I may. Because we're coming up to the top of the hour, and I always like to just give you about an hour. So lots of other things going on online. Remember, it's free P&P if your purchase comes to £22 or more. Okay, so it might be that you want to go for your inky backgrounds. If you want to go for your inky card kits and a stamp, for example, stamp set, that will take you over 22. That, using the code FREE, means you get free P&P. It might be that you want to go for the masks, anything you like, but that's until midnight tonight. If you're not bothered about your P&P, but you want 10% off everything, then there's your code, TSC10. You can work that out. If your purchase is over £30, it needs to be a bit more of that, doesn't it? If your postage is over, if your stamps and everything comes to over £35, it's free P&P anyway, over 40. You'll figure that one out. So that's the other option for you. So free P&P up until midnight tonight using free, purchase is £22 or more, or using your TSC code. So you can use that. Remember, I'm at the Farnborough Show, which is the Creative Live Show, which is well, it says it there, doesn't it? It's the 10th to the 12th of August, 10th, 11th and 12th, 3 days. So that's soon. And I'm at the Motorcycle Museum. When am I there? The 5th of September. The 5th of September. So quite a lot going on. The sale, the half price sale on Out and About has ended, but what I've done a buy 6 and only pay for 5. So if you are still going after that, that is still available to you. And all of that is on the website. There you go, timestampcreations.com. Right, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you so much for joining me on the live. I'll go back through all of your comments if I've missed any questions or anything like that. So thank you very much, everybody. And the next time I see you, well, it'll be, I've got a couple of workshops Monday and Tuesday that I'm doing. They're private ones, but I shall be back probably Wednesday or Thursday. But keep an eye on the social media websites, and I will let you know. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the week. If I don't see you through the window, I'll see you in the week. So that's me done. And I'll let you know when we're going live on socials. Thanks very much. Bye.